Clan War number 3. Oh, wow. First surprise already. It is Fortitude and XiaoKK. That's no surprise at all. But we have Moon and Michael instead of Michael and Thunder. Night of Undead once again versus Human and Orc. We have all 4 races represented. Fortitude and XiaoKK, the ultimate carry team. Fortitude plays 1-on-1 and 2-on-2, usually with XiaoKK in focus. But with XiaoKK, they are able to speak in Chinese, so that seems to be the stronger team. Moon and Michael. Okay, Night of Undead. A very normal combo, even though with the Night of seemingly a little weaker at the moment. We've seen Human Undead work. Last time, for Rise Again, it didn't. And there it was Moon taking the 1-on-1. Maybe they are reliant on the 5th race throughout the entire Clan War. Can he play Human Night Elf? Maybe. LP Club is the favorite. Everyone sees them as the favorite. But they are in a little bit of a slump. Losing 3-1 over Rogue Warriors on Playday 1, showcasing Fortitude. Not in WGL shape. Focus. Not the second best orc in the world anymore. Colorful. Always dependent on what shape he shows up. The only constant seems to be XiaoKK. He's in 2-on-2s, and when he plays, he's there, he's ready, he delivers for his level. Question marks on Rise Again. Moon is an exclamation mark, not a question mark. He will be there, he will give his best, he's the favorite in every single match. He dismantled 1-2-0 on Playday number 1 on Echo Isles. That was super impressive. Michael and Thunder. Thunder was playing way better than we expected against Lawline on Playday 1. Michael, though. What Michael will we see? In the 2-on-2, he looked pretty good, but it was seemingly not enough. We start in a second with Fortitude and XiaoKK versus Moon and Michael. Just seconds away from the first 2-on-2 to start. For both clans, as I said, time for redemption, time to grind up and tie up with F4, with NP, and with our Western representatives, UMAD Gaming. There's no doubt, and of course, we have the results now, that Rogue Warriors and ELL are the favorites. But is LP the 3rd best team? This is the Clan War to prove it, and this is the match to pave the way. 2-on-2 live in a second. It's time to start this, ladies and gentlemen. The 2-on-2 of Rise Again versus LP Club. The Lao Pow Esports Club. Moon, Michael, Thunder versus Colorful Focus Fortitude and XiaoKK. There we have him on the left-hand side. Michael and Moon versus Fortitude and XiaoKK. And we start on Tidewater Glades on the left-hand side for Rise Again. It is Michael and Moon. Not wearing a jacket, that's good, in the summer at WCG. Michael was wearing a coat throughout 40 degrees of heat. And Moon in 2-on-2. A rare presence to see the 5th race in this game mode. Since WC3R days, we haven't seen it that much. Last time, they lost on Playday number 1. And they are up against probably the best 2-on-2 team we have. They won against TH and Infi on Playday 1. That is an absolute statement. So what do we have? It is early Fiends, late DK for Michael. This is the combo. What's Moon's strategies? What can his great mind come up with on 2-on-2 maps? Creep routes, creep patterns, push timings. Is he the one calling the shots? Or is it Michael? Michael seemingly loves this 2-on-2. Key per second, no bottom. He's playing with Todd quite a bit on Netties. We have an Archmage, we have a Blade Master. That's the normal combo for LP. In the first Clan War, LP was under a hell of a lot of pressure. Right from the moment 1 on. Here's the Hunter Soul, second Engine of War. So it is mass hunts, mass fiends for the Koreans. So this early game already means that the Fortitude and XiaoKK have a little bit more time. They can creep up a little, they can tech pretty much in peace. And of course harass. That's what the keeper is for, usually. We have Entangle, right? Yes, we have Entangle. So the keeper is trying to find some kills, the Blade Master is trying to disrupt early creeping and early mass. Maybe get rid of some wisps and just force them away. Don't let them creep up to level 3. Because that's when they get really strong. And just keep them busy. Don't let the keeper help Michael to rise in numbers. If you're lucky, get a Fiend. That's the first footman kill for Moon. Lots of wisps already. And Lucifer, Michael, with his signature move, creeping with the skull for the bit of HP regen that you get on the Blight. So XiaoKK in for the harass. He's the one distracting, forcing coils, forcing HP to go, and Fortitude creeping up to level 3. No fast expansion possible on this map, really. It's too protected and too far out on the map. It's not defendable, especially not against this style of Moon and Michael. There is a heavy tier 3 push possible for Night Elf Undead. Right when you have the orb and the destroyer upgrade. Go! Will Fortitude and XiaoKK be ready in time? Claws for the DK? That's quite nice. Hunter's production should start. Moon will possibly never tech. Just Keeper, Hunts, 1-1 upgrades, Ultra Vision, 50 supply, and then send all the other resources over. Maybe some items. That's a lot of time for Fortitude already. Michael gets his objective as well with the level 2 for Aura. But same goes for Fortitude. 26 supply. These items not the greatest, but he went to the Orc shop for a speed scroll on the Archmage. I like that synergy. He rushed tier 3. Goes for Raiders most likely. Kodo Beast of course tremendous. And in the meantime Fortitude with double Rax rifles. This is what you see from Fortitude and XiaoKK. Front line is Orc with Grunts, Raiders, and a Kodo to support. Mass range damage by Fortitude with a couple of priests maybe. And the Kodo Beast of course with a wonderful boost for the rifle damage. But this all takes some time. Double Claw for Michael with the Fiend build. His tech shall be late. A high level Nova is a good solution for rifles in the beginning. Moon is floating in gold. At only 28 supply. Wonder if he's missing out on a couple of hunts. More combined creeping. That's level 2. And here I can see Thorn's Aura work. Against the Blade Master, against Grunt and Raiders. That should definitely work better than the one before we saw from Remind. But we don't decide yet. Long rifles upgrade. MK second. Clap is a huge weapon. Moon is teching? That would explain a lot. But why? TP out. So, wait. Oh, nice save. 12 HP. Dude, what is this? Are they going... Fiends MGs? That would be sick. Okay, that's a new way, or a different way, of playing Night Elf Undead. And that's the reason why he's only at 28 supply. Lore's coming. Very tame early. For Fortitude and XiaoKK, this must feel like vacation after this rough early game against Rogue Warriors. Which they took. Eventually. Would love to see Moon's base. Okay, so it is Lores. It is Bears. Wow. Tier 3 rush into Bears. Do you need that against rifles? But Kodos is such an easy answer. XiaoKK, by the way, 0 experience. But it doesn't matter, because you want the experience on the human heroes. Level 3 Archmage, also level 3 Shadowhunter. So it's not like XiaoKK is not getting anything. He got the right amount of experience on the right heroes. Subi Mask for the support unit as well. And LP Club is making a big push across the map. Mercenary. Oh, the Reju Shaman. And here we go. Moon, is he ready? It doesn't seem like it. Bear tech is on the way. But how many bears does he even have? Ensnare, Grunts, Blade Master, Rifles. Plus the Reju. And Michael at the moment is only attacking 3 and 2. He needs to help his ally out. This 2 and 2 will pave the way for the rest of the clan war. It is a shop. Fortitude special in 2 and 2. The statue taken out. This is not looking good for Rise Again at all. They are just simply not ready. With this fighting position though, that might help if they get the Hunters in front. But then they might be reachable for the Riflemen. 100 supply push. Moon and Michael at around 90. Oh, big Nova. But it's no tier 3 undead. It's no orb. It's no destroyers. And the reinforcements are constantly getting headshotted by Fortitude. Blade Master healed up. Tower's coming. This Kodo. The value of the Kodo against bears and to push the Rifleman. We have the bears now. They try to reach the rifles. There's no real blocker line. Blade Master about to fall, but man, this concave of rifles is just way too sick. It's just way too sick. Level 5 DK, but that's a hero kill on the blade. He was soaking up a lot of damage. That's fine. They don't really need the damage. The damage dealers are there in the middle of the screen. It's the rifles. One bear down, second bear down. The Shadowhunter still decent mana, very good mana. Next tier wave. Yeah, man, this is clapped now. So we only had Stormbolt before. Huge impale, but not much damage. Just a bit of a disable. And again, the positioning of Fortitude is phenomenal. There was a second impale. From now on, the Crypt Lord is rather useless. Trying to nuke this Keeper of the Grove in the back, but he retreats for now. Moon down to 28. All of his units just gone. And Michael is losing the DK as well. Yes, no TP. That's level 4 Archmage. The seemingly strongest 2 and 2 team in the world. Oh, well, they lost against Dust, so... The strongest Asian 2 and 2 team is taking this home. They are the carry in this game mode, and they show it again. Everything falls. Crypt Lord useless and dead. Usually, it was Night Elf Undead responsible for these timing pushes. But this is just 2 and 2 excellence. Moon is trying his very, very best. Getting Rejude, getting an invul as well. Oh, is he using it? No, he's not. That's game right here. All heroes gone. And Michael must realize that this is over, and it absolutely is. Wow. The only team in the world that seems to be able to defeat these guys, Fortitude and XiaoKK, was Hitman and Cruncher. And XiaoKK again. Great game. Great Blade Master harass. Strong Shadowhunter creeping. And buying all the time in the world for Fortitude to get his game online. That doesn't work. You can't allow level 3 Archmage, 50 supply rifles plus Kodo. That doesn't work. Very sorry. That doesn't seem to be too elaborated, but yeah. Who defeats TH and Infi should be considered the best 2 and 2 team in this competition. And they definitely showed why. It's so crisp. The timings are excellent. They always know when to be where and what's enough of a distraction to buy the time for what they need for their essentials. Then have a Blade Master level 1. Whatever. If the Shadow Hunter is 3. If the Archmage is 3. If the Keeper isn't able to pick up rifles in the meantime, and then this positioning by Fortitude. Oy, 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 oy. That was sick. Always snacking the reinforcements. How many statues went into this? I'm having some issues with the upload at the moment. Sorry about that. Seems to be a Twitch hiccup. So here are the highlights, just the last fight. And look at the left-hand side of the fight. There's always units for Michael coming in, and he always picks them up. The rifle damage, man. 3 volleys, bear gone. He's even healing, like... Unbelievable play. This is the 2-on-2 to beat. But not like this. Maybe a little Lawlight find a solution. But I don't know another team to beat them. Todd and Cash might have a shot as well. They look really strong. Yeah, just too much. All hope lost in that 2-on-2. They have to step up their game. They can't really rely on Moon only. That does not work. Maybe they thought, okay, let's play this like a Night Elf versus Human Tower Rush on Amazonia and try to get as many bears as possible, but not like this. Okay, 2-on-2 goes to the favorites, goes to LP Club. Quite a strong statement with that. We move over onto the first 2-on-2 of the day. Who will it be? Michael, Thunder, or Moon on Rise Again? Fortitude, Focus, and Colorful for LP Club. We'll be right back after a little break. Alright, we get our Night Elf Mirror and the carry in match 2. Want to make sure that this is not a 0-3. Colorful versus Moon. This is going to be a lot of fun in the Night Elf Mirror. AZ, usually a bear mirror map. That is what I would expect, at least. But with Moon, you never know. We have seen a lot of mass hunts from him. And Colorful, is he ready for that? He's gaining strength throughout the past 6 months. Very, very decent performances. Except the one show match versus Sock where he got 0-9. But that's a different matchup. Moon's weakness in recent history, or not in the history of his career, was always the Night Elf Mirror. Remind was just countering him too hard. So, will that happen again? He stepped up his game a lot. He's defeating Lawlight regularly. Also, he seemed to have the edge over Foggy in the mirror match. I can definitely see a Priest of the Moon battle here with mass hunts. I mean, he practiced that a little bit in the 2-on-2, so why not? Colorful, he's the 3rd best player in their team. There's no real pressure on him here to take that. Then it would be 2-0, it would be great, but if it's a 1-1, you still have Fortitude and Focus versus Michael and Thunder, so you have the lead there for sure. Looking forward to it. If there's a surprise happening, it should be either bears or hunts. So, Rise Again versus LP Club continues with the Night Elf Mirror. A little unfortunate that we don't see Moon vs Fortitude, but this is a good replacement. One of the best Night Elf Mirrors you can have in all of Warcraft. In the upper right, for LP Club, it is Colorful. And in the bottom left for Rise Again. Moon, of course, still without a fixed team. He needs to win. Moon needs to win. He did that against 1-0 on Playday 1 in like what felt like 8 minutes. That was super one-sided. But now what? Is it Potom? Is it Hans? On this map, it's always a lab opening. And then we go from here. So, Heroes will tell us a lot about this. Potom expected this. Moon and the Potom, that's the new favorite couple in Night Elf Mirror. And we have a Demon Hunter here, so it could be Potom Hans against Demon Hunter Archers Tier 3. That should be the early game for Colorful, with the better traits, with the fast attack. But this is then a lot of pressure at 40 supply. We could also... do we see a Shredder with this? I doubt it. So, Lightning Shield creep on both sides. Yeah, exactly. So the Potom could be a crazy damage dealer if she goes for Searing Arrow and gets a Claw. That's plus 16 immediately. And of course, it's Moon. No deny. Feels like Moon is in tremendous shape. The AWL winner. 4-2 over Lin. Almost unbeatable in Night Elf versus Orc. Fly did it though. Oh, Demon Hunter got the claws. Gloves of Haste for the Potom. That is True Shot. And soon to be Searing Arrow. Should be. Must be Searing Arrow. Usually you don't want any spells against the Demon Hunter that require mana. But if it's an orb, it's fine. So Moon's game plan. Try to creep up to level 3. Get to Hunts. And Mass. And maybe even AP push. And Colorful wants to be disruptive. He wants to prevent that. Trying to get to tier 2 without many losses. Demon Hunter with a Claw plus 6. That's so good. Oh, but there you see the damage. Searing Arrow it is, cancelling the Moonwell. Will this happen for Colorful as well? No. Mass Repair. And that's big, because otherwise Moon can't go into his Mass Huntress production. It is not Mass Huntress. But if you miss on the first run of production, you pretty much have no presence in the early game. So Moon trying to get to go for some Wisps. Colorful trying to go for some Wisps. These moves here will not decide the game, as Night Elves got very, very good with juggling their Wisps into safety. And it's nighttime, so the Archers and Hunts are all safe. Is Moon missing out on the second engine of war? Is it the one in the upper left? I had the wrong call on him, saying that he won't tech in the 2-on-2, but this time he's really not teching. It is Hans. So Potom. Staff? No, just dust against the Archers. Okay, he wants kills. Not creeping at all. Just Archers and Wisps for him. Demon Hunter no boots. Probably just too expensive, as you need to survive the early game. Colorful needs the Huntress Hall at some point. Could be the one building next to the lab. That's the normal positioning for that. Good saves by Colorful throughout the game so far. But it's time for the Archers to die. That's number 2. And Moonman. Yeah, the Potom is a little low, but there's another reveal and there's another kill. Good control. 3 Archers gone. Whoo, I cursed him a bit, didn't I? And what now? That limits his creeping. Colorful always seated against orcs usually, but in Rise Again there is no orcs. Tinker second. With Pocket Factory. Okay. Why the Pocket Factory? They're pretty good against Huns with the AoE. the clock works, but the hunch soul is cancelled way too easy usually. And as Remo said earlier in this fight, in this cast, there's no choke where you can hide the hunch soul. Okay, Moon. 37 supply only, no wisps making their way over. But these archers, man, they're just getting slaughtered by Moon. Colorful needs to hope for the dryads. I'd love to see upgrades. It's level 2 and a tech. A very late tech though. Tech plus Expo at 36 supply. Moon seems to be very sure that he's able to take this. Is Colorful going... Dryads would be the natural counter. He's replacing a lot of the archers. Demon Hunter level 3 quite some time away, but it's not that necessary in this matchup. It's nice to have, but not essential. Oh, level 4 Potter. Even without the bonus experience, making good progress. So, Dryads it is. Tinker scouts this, and against this expansion, the Tinker is perfect. Pocket Factory. Okay, tier 2. Pocket Factory at open battles is way too easy to destroy it. But against expansions, that might work. It's a lot of time to creep up that Tinker now. Hurts! But okay, he replaced all the archers. Creep speed is good. Moon not willing to push into any base. Oh, Flute! So good! And level 3 for the very calm game by Colorful so far. No big pressure. I mean, against Huns, you never want pressure. Until you reach a certain state in the game. But this is also giving Moon a level 5 Potter. And the first claw of the game for him. Zeppelin. Okay. Archers, Dryads. No MGs, no bears. Yet. That's level 5 bottom. Dark Ranger makes a lot of sense against archers. What if he goes for Dryads, like, completely? So, big push. Expo has not paid off. This is exactly how Colorful wanted it. But he needs a lot of clockwork damage. No Nature's Blessing, right? Took way too much damage for that. But I don't think this is working out the way Colorful wanted it to. Tinker is a good tank, but the pot is level 5. This is so much damage. Heal scroll, protection scroll. Okay, protection used immediately. Focus fire on the bottom only. Trying to force... Oh, there's no TP. There's only a heal scroll. Zeppelin falls in a matter of seconds. Crashes even. Ooh, that's a big heal scroll used right there. He has another one. But the Huns are just not falling. And that's exactly why the Pocket Factory is bad in open battles. He gets the triple kill on the Huns. But level 2. For the Dark Ranger. Siphon mana. Siphon life drain. That's what I want to say. And this is a super dismantled push. And that didn't work out for Colorful. Way too many losses. And Moon, the carry that he is, takes him 2-1-1 in this clan war. That was too easy. That fight, he wasn't ready. Archer Dryads. I think when he scouted the expansion, drop a Pocket Factory and kill it. But this expansion didn't even pay off, so it wasn't the reason. It was just a horrible fight position. And level 5 bottom. How can you give him a level 5 bottom like this? It's just... That's the ultimate range damage with True Shot Aura 3. Demon Hunter never was a carry, no tier 3. Usually Dryads work a lot better, but not if you push a base. Not if you have an open fight. You want to kite, you want to slow him down, you want to kite, you want to move back, get shots in, slow again, get shots in, move back, yada yada. No, it's just, like, it was showing in the early stages already, when Moon used 3 to 4 hunts, plus the bottom, go into Colorful's base, and he was close to the Moonwolves, but still he lost 3-4 archers, and never got up to that critical mass. Moon 2-0 in this league, first 1-0, now Colorful. Here's the highlights for you guys, and that's exactly what I mean, like bottom, 2 hunts. That's all it took, even without mass hunts, that big commitment, even without the AP pressure. And I really don't like the Tinker Pick. With rockets, maybe. But yeah, look at this. There's no damage against buildings. He's not using the clockworks to damage the tree. If he fully commits to this, okay, but the hunts, the protection scroll, probably upgrades, level 3 aura, and that Zeppelin micro just, no. You're not Moon Colorful, not yet. Sniped, crashed, everything at one spot. That's a dream for Huntress. It was just the wrong call. Yeah, he got 3 hunts, but everything else just gone. Life drain. Hoop. Easy game for Moon. Ties up the clan war. We have in the one-on-ones Michael and Thunder, the 2 brothers. On the other side, Focus, Fortitude, and XiaoKK. What's going to be on the next match? We will find out after a little break. Next game coming up. It is Thunder versus Focus. 2 Koreans against each other. It is 1-1 in this clan war. Thunder, can he cause another upset? He was so close last week up against Lawlion. And once again, I have to reset the source. There we go. So, Thunder as the human in the upper right for Rise Again. Focus in the bottom left for LP Club. Focus is the favorite. But what is the game plan of Thunder? Is that a Blood Mage? Is that a Mountain King? Is that an Archmage? 3 opportunities for Thunder. He is, I think, pretty well aware that this has to be a curveball. Thunder, aka Michael, aka Rujin Wook. The brother of Michael, aka Lucifer. So, Focus with the Farseer, as standard as it gets in this matchup. One of the most likable and most funny guys in the scene. It is an Archmage. Okay. That's very straight up. Didn't expect that, to be honest. I thought this would be a little crazier. I cursed the internet and back to Warcraft 2 went offline. Oh no! Oh, sorry about that. So focus with a fast tech. As fast as it gets with the Farseer, you don't need grunts early. You harass anyway. You skip the barracks before the tech. And off we go. Ooh, Chimiko-esque lab creep. That is punishable. Ooh, focus is running straight over. Mud Golem gone. Priest runs away from this. This buys focus more time. He has no shop either, so he couldn't go for a speed scroll. Shadow Priest gone, but the big one is still up for grabs. The item and the experience. Focus, how good is your last hitting? Oh, goes to the Archmage. Big healing as well. But one peasant down. Wolf summoned, Water Elemental as well. Good control by focus. Stutter stepping, catching up. That is the second peasant down. And the third peasant falling as well. Only one kill, 2 denies by Thunder. That was good. Like damage control. You have to be aware that this is punishable. It is the risk. It is a gamble. But this militia call also goes into the tech. And as he goes for an arcane tower as well. This is a late tech. The fastest tech against one of the latest techs. As a human. But that he didn't lose any experience. That should mean rather fast level 3. Oh. I think Archmage got it. He didn't? He did. He did. He absolutely did. Creeping at the same time. Oh, that militia! Thunder! Lacking the multitasking at the moment. But I like the footmen in the bottom right. They creep up the knolls. And that's a relatively early level 3. I didn't expect that. I didn't think that focus would allow that. But this is the tier 2 only now. And if you trade tech versus levels, this will equal out. If you find time for the TC. Ooh, focus, did he steal something? No. And he steals that away as well. Dude, Thunder! Thunder versus the creeps is a very one-sided affair. Taking experience away from the TC and rushing into... This is almost a perfect timing. Does he have mana for the Water Elemental? I think so. Might be on cooldown. Yep, here's the second one. That's the Beastry cancelled right here. And since they have Footmen, the Archmage is also pretty secure. Second Water Elemental has to reach though. If he cancels this Lodge, it's massive. But it's close. No. Doesn't work. It's a bit of wasted damage and a TP as he's maneuvered himself into a corner. If the Storm hits him, he's dead. Oh, so close. Good reaction by focus. Yes, the Beastry is gone, but the Lodge stays up. And was that enough to catch up in tech? Footman kind of hurt. Shaman coming out. That is a lot of time for the TC. A lot time. Shaman, of course, give you perch, give you control over the Water Elemental. But Thunder stays aggressive on Focus's side of the map. He really wants to prevent this level 3 TC as good as possible. And that's why he's pushing into the base to distract the TC, force him home, makes him use the Stomps. Can prevent maybe another building. Oh, he wants this burrow. That's a big commitment. If that works, it's great, but I doubt that works because Focus is really fast with the repair. He has his forces close. And I think that was the wrong call. One footman falls, there's more. Archmage leaves without getting stomped. But what about the rest? The TC lines up the stomp absolutely. Oh, almost perfectly. But that's 2 more kills. That's 3 kills for nothing. We still don't have a level 2 Farseer, but that's totally fine. We finally get the Sanctum. And the MK. But the arms race definitely goes to Focus. His army is bigger. His army is better teched. His heroes are okay. For this state now. And this is a crucial moment where Focus is just left alone. It's all that. Wait. Oh, red spot. Focus invented this. He knows what's up. He knows exactly what's up. Oh, this could be a disaster. Chain Lightning could finish this. Let's take a look. Will the Mountain King get any XP? Oh, he has to abandon this. There was a lot of time committed. First Sork, pretty fast. Oh, the Stomp again. He's losing his footman way too early. Yes, the TC is not creeping, but he's getting his levels anyway. What's the way out? Focus wasn't that crazy beast of last summer. Recently. Wasn't at all impressive, actually. It was a little shaky in his matches. The one against Infi in particular. Ooh, Sorks and Invis early. Invis summons into the base? Well, then you could just park Purge there. Okay, second red spot try. For thought. No, he bans it again. What? Did I miss something? No, I didn't. 2 breakers that he's not using. Very low on Priest. Is very low on Dispel. Against Wolves and Lightning Shield. And level 3 TC. That's just big. The one breaker that was stolen gets killed. That was not stolen. That was abandoned. Got killed. Gets a revenge kill. That's finally level 2. And that should mean clap. Would be very surprised if he's not going clap. But again, the footman. How fast it disappear. Wonderful stomp and lightning shield by Focus. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh, that's an ultimate disaster. MK getting surrounded. TC deals with the rest of the army. Could be another purge. Chain lightning. Right clicks. Gone is the carry for Thunder. That game didn't work out for him at all. Zeppelin too late. And that's another very, very one-sided match in this clan war. The one-on-one was very one-sided. Moon vs. Colorful was very one-sided. And this one will for sure go to Focus as well. Like, what's the way out? Hero focus on possible. Still not enough. Not even enough dispel or control magic to deal with the wolves. Focus is getting so fat. 29 supply. But that's the GG, and that is another easy game. Okay. 2-1 for LP Club. The winner is Focus. Filled with joy. Enthusiastic as always. No, that was to be expected. The weakest player of Rise Again. Oftentimes fodder to reclaim map choice. That is map choice in a possible map 5. Which would then be possibly Fortitude versus Michael. God, it's so hard with these names and team names. Fortitude versus Michael is to be expected. And if you use a good anti-undead map or a good human map where you can... an anti-human map where expansion is really hard or Lucifer feels really comfortable, maybe an upset is possible, but for that to happen, they have to win the second 2-on-2 first. I expect a Fortitude and Focus combo on the LP Club side. Could also be Focus and Colorful. We've seen that before. For Rise Again, this should be the band of brothers. This should be Michael and Thunder. Or Michael and Moon, but that's rather unlikely. But yeah, Rise Again. Facing the bottom of the bracket. They were starting off with a 1-3 in the first week against ELL. And they're facing another 1-3 right here. This harass. It was just a bad start right away. This delayed the tech by so much. Not the greatest item. If you find some mana potion here, maybe worth it. The Beastery cancel was nice, but then overcommitment. And Focus just killed everything. Nice surrounds, nice TC. Stomp, lightning shield, beautiful play. Just dealt with every possible threat perfectly. Didn't get this MK right away, but there was a chain lightning. And there was more follow-up. The wolves are super fast. The Raider was there. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Thunder remains the liability. Couldn't repeat his kind of success. His impressive performance against Lawlight. Maybe it isn't his matchup. Okay, match points for LP Club. They are about to get their first victory of the season and throw RA down to the cellar of the standing. We will go into the second 2-on-2 of Rise Again versus LP Club. Bear with us, we're back in 3 minutes. Let's go into the second 2-on-2 of this clan war with the match points for LP Club. Colorful, XiaoKK, Michael and Thunder. Two brothers on the left-hand side. Both wearing the white against the two Chinese of LP Club. Once again, fixing the sound. That freezes this for a little. I fix it. You know it. I fix it. There, I fix it. Okay. LP on the way back to the top part of the bracket after being defeated on Playday. One little comeuppance, a little redemption. Every single game was very one-sided so far. So can Thunder and Michael change that now? To be honest, it didn't look too impressive on Playday 1 when they played the first 2-on-2. But that was up against ELL, and ELL is just beasts. Beasts. So, human, undead, night elf, orc. All 4 races represented. Will this be crazy rushes again? We've seen very different playstyles with the human undead combo that is becoming more and more of a thing. We've seen Yumiko and WFZ with a tier 1 tower push with Naga and Lich. We've also seen a Dreadlord first by Infi. So what style are they choosing? Mountain King. And Death Knight. Okay. That's another new one. On the other side looks rather standard with Keeper Blade, XiaoKK, the Space Creator in all of LP Club's 2-on-2s. We can expect him to roam, but also the Keeper. Same purpose, right? So it's going to be interesting how they play this. And what's the plan of Michael and Thunder? Creeping first, no instant expansion. And Michael's play is very late with the heavy fiends, or the fiends early fiends. They're not facing Entangle, but they are facing Stomp. Oh no, they find Michael. Oh, it almost stole it. That would have been insane if all that militia usage is for nothing. Thunder again losing 3 and more militia. Oh, there's so much Entangle. Oh, this is not good. It's pretty much the same what's happening to him in game 1, and this is why Twisted is bad for human. Where to creep? Oh my god. Thunder again. Like, also on Playday 1, this is what happened. Like, horrendous early games. And with all that lost, how do you want to Stormbolt surround? That's your biggest weapon until you have a stronger undead. Knubbe continues to gift subs. Santa Knubbe arriving early. Or the Knubbe bunny arriving late. We don't know. 2 fiends hurt. Man, this is the dream early game. Stormbolt on the keeper, but you can just afford to let him go. He's even moving his way out. Oh, no coil. There's the Stormbolt. Is he moving out of range? No, he's not. And that's the keeper falling, and that's level 2. Alright. But they got the Death Knight, and that is way bigger. I think a Fiend fella as well. There's no possible... There's no expansion possible. Just how? DK coming back, that probably delays the Lich. Pendant of Energy, nice for Michael, by the way, but that's about it. And immediately colorful with an expansion, that was to be expected. But there's no possible tech for Thunder, right? Okay, there is now with rifles. Rifles double racks. Isn't that too much piercing damage? Or are they hoping to get to tier 3 for Knights? I see colorful XiaoKK in full control. Thank you, Zero Yaiba, for the 3-month sub. It's just pretty, like, the Huntress build is interesting. He's not rushing to Dryads or Bears or anything. Despite the 2 space creators, they find them again. Like, there's nothing that Rise Again is doing that they don't know is happening. Coil Stormbolt on the blade, but he's forcing him into the shop, which is, I guess the town... Oh, Staff against the Keeper. Interesting choice. I mean, more damage onto him. Blade Master's out of the fight, and so LP retreats. Nice defense by Rise Again. But still, they're not getting their levels. There's not Clap 2. There's no Coil 2. Shadowhunter is out. Is he joining the fight? No, right? That's the second disable in this, by the way. With Hex first. Entangle Hex. That's just great. XiaoKK must be happy to have a functioning Blade Master this time. Ruined Braces against... Oh, Ruined Braces. How good is Ruined Braces against Stormbolt Coil? Wonderful. On the other side for the DK, it's not that great, to be honest. Pendant of Energy for the DK is nice, but he's still struggling to find level 3. And this is where the split pushes could start. He finds the Riflesman. How great are the timings of LP? And this is exactly what Moon, for example, didn't do. Use the Keeper to single out rifles and kill them. Troops are attacking, that's cool. Mountain King 3. That's nice. Didn't decide if clap 2 or not. It depends a little on how big the fights are and how willing to fighting they are. Or how willing they are to fight. We have Raider Walker. No second tier units by Colorful yet, right? Maybe he's just on hunts and feeds a little. Finally level 3. And Wand of Mana Stealing. And Lich. But no tier 3 yet. Just a Nova. And for Colorful it's still hunts. But there's a second base. And they know there's a second base. Blood Mage. A Thunder special. With Undead. Feeding the Undead heroes can be real nice. Disabling heroes not so much, I think. There's no TC against them. There's no MK against them. But Rise Again consolidated a little. We finally see Treants. I like that on Twisted. With these split pushes. Treants should oftentimes be alone. And with that, able to cause some damage. Oh, Town Portal, but this is not the entire army, I think. And Colorful realized this immediately. Thunder, with quite a big mistake. Blade Master joins the fray to pick up the pieces with an Entangle. Siphon on the Mountain King. That's clap level 2. Okay, can that turn the tides? It's so many units about to die, though. Decent microbite. Oh, he sends them back in. No, didn't put them out of the control group. Mountain King in the middle of everything. Of course, that's gonna be great claps. Also swaps the potion, but the Blade Master is hacking and slaying away. Michael coming in for the rescue, but this is way too much. Okay, he got 3 fiends. It was an overcommitment then. Wait, it was so much damage onto that Mountain King. And it forced 2 TPs? And gives XiaoKK the middle, plus this Expo is starting to mine. Can the MK carry this hard? He needs level 5. Cool use of the blade. Support the Night Elf for some lacking single target damage. Solo levels on the Shadow Hunter, and yeah, it's the typical Twisted split push. Destroyer form only now. Oh, that Entangle was sweet. That Impale was sweet. No magic damage yet. The Fiend may be a little far out. Still get the kill. But it's a TP for a Grunt. It's good. Oh. Blood Mage MK. Colorful is starting to lose a couple of units. I'm not sure if he's still tier 1. He has 1,000 gold. Could be time to tech now. You still want fast units that can siege for these split pushes. So it's not too easy to decide what to go for. More stuff is valuable. We have another fight by Michael versus XiaoKK in the bottom right, getting closer. And ooh, there's 2 more Impale. With that, he could be catching up. Yep, that's the Kodo gone. Good impact that this Crypt Lord brings. But the thing is, if there's the split push game and you have 3 base, your opponent is 2, it's always good. Colorful is filthy rich. 1,000. And another TP. That's like the 4th TP in a bit. And this is just continuing. Is there a timing for an all-in? Thunder is down to 32. He's just constantly losing stuff. Reinforced defenses is ready. Is this the necessary all-in push? Can they trade? Base versus base. There's no towers. They are attacking both bases though. Half speed. One base can be defended with a combined wait. There's no TP. There's no TP on Michael and Thunder. They're pushing. This is such an all-in push. They take out KK most likely, but then they're still colorful on 2 bases. And if they play this wrong, then it's Rise Again on no base. Not sure if that's the right call. Stumble snipes this raider. KK's tech is gone with that. We have Mountain Giants by Colorful, okay. That's tier 3. Tier 3 Night Elf. And only Lucifer is mining, but for only how long? Yeah, that wasn't the right thing. Outplayed. Outplayed hard. And that is Rise Again with the 0-2. Definitely. They had super tough opponents in ELL and here today in LP Club. 2 of the 3 best teams already for them. And they took some matches. There was Moon. Yeah, and that's GG. No chance. A very one-sided clan war. Colorful. With a smile on his face. That was too easy. The entire early game was way too easy. Thunder with that creep that was way too easily interruptible. And it was, with Keeper and Blade. Too much damage. And that's the win. That's the win for LP Club. 3-1. They get redemption for the loss on Playday number 1. Having a 1-1 score now alongside NP, F4, and UMAD Gaming. 4 teams with 1-1. 2 teams with 3-0. That is Rogue Warriors and ELL. Rise Again 0-2, YR 0-2. We have pretty much 3 regions. Oh, NP is 1-2, sorry. We have 3 regions in the table. The very top with the 2 favorites. The middle ground with F4, UMAD, and now LP. And the bottom with NP, Rise Again, and YR. This is of course round robin, so some clans have faced stronger teams in a row that might rig the table, but in general, this is kind of what we expected. UMAD doing really good. I have to point this out again. This is not what we expected from them, like doing so good. The result yesterday doesn't do them justice. They were able to hang with Rogue Warriors, so pretty promising start into the season for them. And a non-upgraded table can be found here. As I said, RW, ELL, 9-1, 9-2. Dominant force so far. F4, UMAD, and LP Club with 1-1. Map score here goes to LP Club as they are 4-4, right? Yeah, 4-4. Over the 3 and 5 of F4 and UMAD. Then NP with the 1 and 2, Rise Again and YR at the bottom with 0-2 and 0-3. This is the Team League for this week, but we have week 3 coming up next Thursday, and that is going to be a hell of a classic. We start with UMAD Gaming versus LP Club. That is Todd, Sonic, Cash, and Maru versus Fortitude, Focus, Colorful, and XiaoKK. That's a big one. That's big points for UMAD if they take this. Afterwards, Rise Again versus... Oh no, ELL versus RW. The 2 leading clans against each other. That's the best clan war possible. That is very likely going to be the final. And the 3rd clan war of the day on Thursday is Rise Again versus F4. Moon versus his Korean buddies. On Friday, we have 3 more clan wars with YR versus RW, ELL versus NP, and another UMAD clan war against the Koreans of F4. WGL Team League, $120,000 on the line. Week 2 has concluded. No huge surprises, but a lot of cool games, especially in the 2-on-2s. This was a lot of fun. We don't stop the coverage here. We jump over to the European scene with the Stay-at-Home Story Cup. We're going to combine back to Warcraft 1 and back to Warcraft 2. Of course, you can all stay here. I'm grabbing a little bite to eat, and then we'll see each other as fast as possible Stay tuned.